Hi guys, hope you're well. This is Darren, Busy Stitcher, and welcome to my next Stitch with me. If you want to join along, feel free, grab your stitching or whatever project you want to work on. A beverage of your choice, and let's get going. So today I am stitching on my big cats. Just zooming out a little bit. So this is the one with all the big animals on there, the tiger and everything. So I want to try and get this page going as best as I can, because once I go to the next page is when I start seeing the tiger. So, and would you credit it, I've got a knot already and I've only just started. So, as you're aware, in my last video I did mention that I was getting a overhead camera holder, phone holder, so that I could do my stitch with me's a bit better. And if you remember, well, if you watched my YouTube video last week, you'll know that I received what was my camera holder, and it turned out to be printed paper. So apparently you get these selfie printers that stick on the end of your phone, so when you take selfies you can then print them out, and I got 2 boxes of that. So I don't know why I got those, but I did. So needless to say, that's gone back, and then looked to see if I could reorder what I had requested, and it says the earliest I can get it is the middle of November. So needless to say, I won't be getting that anytime soon, which is a bit of a pain. So I have moved the camera, well, the stand, to a different location, so hopefully my hand won't get in the way, but it still is. I was hoping it wouldn't get in the way as much when we're moving it, but it looks like it still might be in the way. So eventually I will get my overhead stand and I'll be able to do these, and you'll be able to see exactly what I'm doing. And I know some of you don't actually watch what's going off, you just listen and stitch along and all like that. So yes, I've got my new glasses on, so I can actually see what I'm doing. Although, to be fair, I don't know how well it makes a difference. I mean, this is 25 count, so I could see the holes easily on this anyway. The only ones that really make a big difference on is the 28 counts. So, but I'll wear them nonetheless, as I was told to. So, what's been going off in my world since my last video? So, right, we'll start from the beginning. So, back in October last year, my mum had a stroke. Now, they weren't sure what kind of stroke it was, whether it was just a mini stroke or what. Anyway, it turned out it was a major stroke that my mum had had. So she was in hospital until she was released just before Christmas last year. So they had to get her up and walking and everything, and obviously seeing the specialists for like a speech, and she lost the use of her left arm, which she still hasn't got back. She can move her hand, but that's about it. She can't use her arm itself. So she came out at Christmas. Now, when she came out, they had all these plans that she was going to get physiotherapy at home. We had to do, well, my brother, should I say, had to do a lot of modifications at home. So she's not allowed to go up the stairs. We had to get a load of the grab rails put in, steps at the front door and back door. So a few little modifications that needed to be done so that she could come home. So she came home at Christmas, and since she's had the stroke, she goes dizzy a lot. So they don't know why, but she keeps going dizzy. And she has problems with one of her eyes being blurry all the time. So she's been to the opticians and they've given her new glasses to help with the blurriness, which they are working, but she still keeps going dizzy and they don't know why. So anyway, so she's been at home for a while. She did go back into hospital once because she kept falling over. She fell over, I think it was 4 times in one day, and that was because of this going dizzy all the time. So they put on some tablets for that. From then, she's not been too bad. Anyway, I got a message off my brother the other day saying that she'd been taken into hospital. So of course, phoned him up to find out what was going on. Now, she has carers coming in, home help, whatever you want to call it. So she has carers coming in every day. They're coming 4 times a day, one to get her up, one to put her to bed, and then obviously to get her meals and clean her up and everything. Anyway, the carers have always been told that because my mum's not very good with her left hand side, so she's not very good on her feet either, that when they're getting her changed or getting her to do stuff, that they have to stand on her left hand side or in front of her. Well, this particular day they had a newish carer. She'd only been there a couple of times, but she decided to stand behind my mum. So of course this happened to be with the one time that my mum decided she was gonna have a dizzy do, and she fell over, but she fell forward. So obviously the carer's not going to be able to catch her. So she fell forward and landed face first on her face. So she's broke her front teeth, and she cut above her head. Well, I think it was above her eye, my brother said, above her left eye. So needless to say, she got taken to hospital. Now, since obviously all this covert stuff, my brother's not been able to go up and visit to find out what's happening and what's going off. So we've been relying on the doctors. But every time he phones up, they won't tell him what's going off. So we didn't know when she was coming home. We didn't know what had gone off, what they're doing with regards to her teeth, or anything. So anyway, the other day, finally got a phone call, well, from the doctors, to say that they were a bit concerned. They'd done some CT scans and MRI scan to find out how bad she'd been affected by the stroke. Apparently they all came back clear. They were happy with the results of that. But they can't understand why she keeps going dizzy or why she's got blurred vision in one eye. So they're going to do a load of tests and try and find a correct medication for her to stop her from going dizzy. Excuse me. So anyway, I don't know if they've done these tests yet or not. She's had the scans, I know that much, but I don't know if they've done any other tests. They've not said what they're going to do with regards to her teeth, so I don't know if they've had to take her teeth out or what, or if she's got to arrange to go and see a dentist to get them fixed. So, but she has been told that she can come home. So, but the thing is, we have to arrange for the carers to be available so that she can come home. Anyway, the carers had no one available for 4 days. So she's had to spend 4 days in hospital waiting to come home until we can get the carers sorted out. So she should be home later today, all being well. So I haven't had a chance to speak to her yet, so I don't know how she's doing and what they've decided to do. But fingers crossed They've sorted out her dizziness. And she's on some right medication for it. And she won't be doing it again. Because obviously being over here, there's nothing I can actually do to support her or anything like that. So all I can do is just phone up and find out what's going off and find out how she is. And so yes, so needless to say, I wasn't going to do a stitch with me this week because obviously everything that's going off. But since getting that news, it was like, okay, it's a relief like off my shoulders, so it was back to the stitching. So that being said, I'll be able to phone up later on and find out how she's doing, and hopefully everything's now been sorted. So just a little bit of a life update as to what's been going on in my world. Work is slowly getting less and less busy, which is good. We've got a couple of big-ish orders, but not as bad as what they were before. So but generally what happens around about this time of year is we get a fair few big orders come in. Some of them are not needed straight away, some of them are not needed till after Christmas, but we like to try and get them done before Christmas. Well, started before Christmas, should I say, so then we can get them out straight after Christmas, so we don't have to rush then. So we gradually work on those, and then they just get stored in the yard until they're ready to go out. So this is a bit different doing it with the camera right in front of me. So again, you'll have to let me know. I have a funny feeling my left hander is probably going to be in the way most of it, so I do apologise. But again, I will get this sorted eventually when I get my overhead camera, well, phone holder. So yeah, so I was going to do a stitch with me on, if you watch my last YouTube video, you'll see that I got a new piece off of Beth, which is the, I think it's called Born Free by DMC, which is a tiger and a cub, and I was going to do it on that one, but then it meant this one was already on the Q snap, because I was going to work on this week, and it would mean having to dismantle all the Q snaps so I can get one to the right size for working on that piece. So I thought, oh, well, I'll do that another time. So I'll just work on that one probably throughout the week, do a little bit of work on it. So yeah, Deer Creek is coming along nicely. So you will, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen an updated picture of where I got to this week. So even with my glasses on, I can't find the holes. So yeah, that's not coming along nicely. I'm going to say I'm hoping to get it done. What I may do, once it gets closer, if I'm still a fair bit off finishing it, then 1 week I may just work solely on that piece just to get that finished, because as I say, I need to get it done by the end of November at the latest, but I want to try and do it, get it finished at least a week or so before, so I can get it washed and pressed, ready to go out. I'm going to say I'll then leave it up to my brother how he wants to sort it out, whether he wants to put it in a frame or whatever else he wants to do with it. I have a funny feeling he probably will put it in a frame. As I say, he likes deers, so he'll probably want that in. I'll say I'll probably go in his bedroom knowing him. Or if my mum sees it, she'll probably want it hanging up in the lounge room, which is her bedroom at the moment. So I haven't decided yet when I'm going to start the little Christmas pieces that I got given off Sonia, who's Cat Crazy Creations. So I haven't decided when I'm going to start them yet. And then I've got the ones from Annette. Needless to say, I got, as you see on the video, I've got 2 of the same ones. So I'm going to start on the ones that Annette gave me as well. So I think what I might do is wait until middle of November, see how I am with Mini Deer Creek, and then maybe see about starting those ones, getting those hooked up and getting started. So, this is the fun part now, doing the pin stitch. The only thing with the phone in front of me, I mean, now having these silly glasses on, I keep hitting the phone with my glasses, so I do apologise if it keeps bumping around. I haven't quite got the handle of the depth perception with the glasses on yet. As I say, I don't need them for long distance or anything like that, it's just for up close or for reading. There we go, managed it. So yes, as you can hear, the birds are tweeting nicely in the background. It's a nice warm day today, so it's getting up to 33 degrees. So I looked this up earlier on so I could tell you, which is 92 in Fahrenheit. So that's what it's going to be getting up to. So it isn't bad for a spring day, I suppose. I'm not looking forward to when we get into full summer. Because I think last summer the highest we got to, where I am anyway, was about 46, I think. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, maybe I should have looked that one up. But I think that's about 120 something, I think. So yeah, so it does get pretty warm up where I am. And then obviously at work, it gets pretty hot there as well, so that'll get into like the 40s. And with work, it's like a big tin shed, so you can imagine how hot it gets in there. So it could be 40 degrees outside and about 95 degrees inside. It's horrible to work in, and all we have is these little pedestal fans to try and keep us cool, which once it starts warming up, it just blows hot air around, so it's neither use nor ornament. So if you guys watch my last video at all, you have to let me know what you think about the diamond paintings. What you thought of those. Obviously I've not done any of the diamond painting for a while, but if you want to see a, what would you call it, a diamond paint with me instead of a stitch with me, then let me know and I can try and arrange one of them. Obviously that won't be until I've got the overhead camera. I think it might be a bit hard doing it with my Lowry stand, especially seeing as I'd have to have it on the table. Well, I did the diamond paint on a table, so that one might be a bit tricky. Or if you prefer to just, with the stitch with me, just do stitch with me. So just let me know what you prefer. If you prefer me to just keep it with the stitching, I'll just keep it with the stitching. Doesn't bother me at all. I can't remember what we talked about last video. Maybe I should start watching my videos back before I start filming, and then just in case anything's changed from when I spoke last time. But I'm going to say, I think with your stitch with me, it's like stitching with Gidge, I think it is, Amy. When she does hers, she says, with a stitch with me, she can't even remember 5 minutes later what you've talked about 5 minutes ago. Which is generally the case, unless you have a list of what you want to talk about, so then you can see what you've been talking about. You completely forget. So by the time you finish filming it and uploading it, you forgot what you've talked about, or you might remember 1 or 2 things. Well, that's about it. So, now, I keep getting people asking as well, when I do my Foster videos, if I film it in my stitchy spot. So if you've ever been wondering, yes I do. It's the best spot in the house for light, so you don't get blinded by the sunlight coming in, but it gives good light for filming. So yeah, so every time you see me do my floss tubes, I will be sat in my stitchy spot. At the side of me is where I keep all my projects, so which are now getting more and more. So I must be up to nearly 20 now, because I bought another 10 of those mesh bags and I've got 1 left. So, well, that's 19 big projects anyway. One of the bags are the little mini kits that I got off Sonia, so they're all in one so that I don't lose them. So yeah, so I've got about 18 or 19 big projects now, and then the 3 small kits, and then the 3 small charts. So yeah, it's definitely, my collection is definitely getting more and more. So now people have asked me as well if I'm gonna do the No New Starts 2020, 2021 even, I'll get the right year. And the answer to that is I haven't decided yet. Because you can guarantee if I say I'm going to do that, I'm going to find every single chart I possibly can that I want to start next year. And I'll be like, no, I can't do it. So I haven't decided yet. I will probably decide nearer to the time if I'm going to do that one. With me having near enough 20 projects now, for funny feeling I might do the No New Starts 2021. But let me know, guys, what do you think? Do you want me to just continue stitching and starting things when I want to start them, or do you think it would be worthwhile doing the No New Starts and getting some progress on my large projects? So tell me what you think. As it stands at the moment, unless I get more fabric, then I may just continue I am. But if I get more fabric, it means I'm going to start more things. I'm actually saying that, I'm looking at, if you remember, I had that beginner come into the room piece that I stopped because it was too pixelated. Well, that piece, I think, I haven't worked it out yet, may be big enough for 2 of those Hade ornaments that I got. So the snowman and the deer and the robin. So I'm maybe starting 2 of those on that piece. So that's going to take me up to 21 projects. I'm also doing 2 secret projects. So those ones you won't see those until I've actually finished those. So they're not overly big pieces. I don't think they are. But it's going to take me a little while to get those finished. So those ones, I'm not telling you what those are. They're a surprise. So I don't want to obviously ruin that. So that will actually take me up to over 20 projects I've got on the go. The ones I'm doing a surprise, I've generally been stitching on those while I've been talking to my family in the UK. And I was trying to be clever and just stitch without marking them off. Yeah, that didn't work. So I now need to try and get a copy of the pattern printed off so I can carry on with them. I think when you rely on your computer for stuff and then your computer breaks. So, but yeah, I turned my computer on, I just got the green screen of death. Not the blue screen, mine was green. Well, green and pink. So, I don't know if one of the cats had jumped off somewhere and landed on the top of it, because it's a laptop. So, whether they landed on the lid and I've broken something inside. The screen's all in one piece, but it just doesn't like to show up the colours. So I have a funny feeling that maybe what's happened. Mind you, it was a fairly oldish laptop. I've had it 6 years, so it's served its purpose, I suppose, but I wasn't ready to go and buy a new one. So hence, if you do get a lot of adverts in my Stitch With Me's, as I mentioned on my YouTube normal floss tube video, I do apologise. I don't want adverts in the middle of my projects, well, projects, videos, but that's just how YouTube is putting them in, and the only way you can turn them off is by going on a computer, and I don't have access to a computer. And as I say, all my, well, everybody who I know over here, for some reason, don't have a computer, which is really strange because nearly everybody has them nowadays. Especially like the people with the kids, because a lot of the homework is done online or printed up instead of just written up. So yeah, so I don't know why no one's got a computer around here, but they don't. So I need to try and sort out how I'm going to get that done. I don't know if they still do them, but they used to do like internet cafes where you could just go in and use a computer for 5 minutes or whatever. I don't know if they still do those. I've not seen any around for a long time. So if I can find one of those, then I might be able to get in and sort it out. But if I can't find one, you're going to have to just stick with the videos, I'm afraid. The adverts. So, but I will try and get those switched off as soon as I can, because I'm assuming with the Stitch With Me's, because they're almost an hour, you'll get a fair few adverts in these. I think the last time I looked on one of mine, it had something like 5 sets of adverts in it, so I do apologise. But I will get them switched off, sooner or later. Now, I'm going to throw this out there to you as well, guys. If any of you know of any cheap patterns or easy patterns for like hard hangers, if you can let me know, because as I say, I saw one which Gail Phillips was doing on her channel. Hi Gail. And that was a hard hanger piece, and that looked really, really good. It wasn't a very big piece, but it looked really, really good. So I want to try giving hard hanger a go, because I don't have enough things going as it is. But I want to try and do a hard hanger piece just to see how I like it, because I have got the twisted band sampler pattern. So I was gifted that, so I've got that now. I know that has a lot of specialty stitches and stuff like that in it, so I'm interested to see how that goes. Should be quite fun or frustrating, one of them. But I also want to see about doing like a hard hanger or something like that, just a small hard hanger, just to see how it is, because you see everybody doing them and they look really nice, so I just want to give it a try. I may not like it, but maybe one of the worst things I've ever tried, but don't know unless you've tried it, so I want to give it a try. So if you do know of any cheapish patterns or free patterns or anything like that, let me know. And before you say it, I've tried looking on Pinterest, but Pinterest and I don't get along together. I can't find anything on there, or if I do find it, it's like go to this site, and it's like I can't be bothered with this. It's just sending me all over the shop, so I don't do it. So anything that's not on Pinterest, let me know. Now I don't know if any of you guys as well watch Stitching Jules, but she has an Etsy shop. Now she's now started doing some patterns. Now some of the patterns she's got on there are really nice. And I've looked at maybe getting those. So she's done a couple of like pen and ink ones where you just stitch only the black, and she's got a couple of really nice ones on there. So I may be thinking of maybe getting one of those at some point. Haven't got around to it yet. I know she's stitching at least one of them on her channel at the moment, so you can see how it all comes together. I can't remember which one it is, but it's a load of soldiers picking up a flag. It's like a remembrance one or something like that. So, but that one's coming along with it nicely. It's looking really good. Now I've always been after a Ronnie Rowe piece, because I think his pen and ink charts look amazing. I saw them first on Stitching Jules, and I've been trying to see about getting one. Now when you go onto his website, he only delivers to America, which is a bit stupid, because you'd think he'd want his designs out everywhere. Anyway, I've been following him on Facebook, and he's popped up that he's going to do an Etsy store on Etsy, and he's putting his charts up on there so that you can order them, and then they will get shipped internationally. And I thought, oh, nice one. So I went in. He only had one chart on at the time, but he did say that they are all going on there, but he doesn't know how many was on at the time. So I had a look, and I thought, oh, let's just see how much it costs for delivery. So bearing in mind, it was like $14 for the chart, I think it was, and then it was like $28 to deliver it to Australia. And it's like, so it's going to cost me about $40 to get one chart sent from America. And I was like, that's a bit extortionate. So yeah, so needless to say, unless he puts up one of the ones I'm after, and the price is sorted out to be a reasonable shipping cost, I won't be getting one. So yeah, I thought that's a bit ridiculous, paying nearly twice as much for shipping as it would be for the chart. I mean, I don't know how big the charts are, but I'm assuming they're not going to be really heavy and large. I know they'll be A4 size, I know that much. But I thought, well, surely it shouldn't cost that much. I mean, the parcel of fabrics that I received came from America, and that only cost $24 to ship. So I have no idea how he's come up with that shipping fee. So, but somebody did mention on his or comment under his thing that he'd put on, they're like, I'm not shipping to Australia then. Obviously they're trying to deter people. So, but failing that, I can always order it for when I go to the UK and pick it up from there, if that work out cheaper. So, which my brother's already asked me when I'm coming back over, because next year's my mum's 70th birthday, so I wanted to be over there for her 70th. Obviously it depends on when flights and that are going to restart again, so I'm hoping they're going to restart soon. So he's already asked me when I'm coming over next year, because he wants to book his holidays. I was like, well, I haven't got any specific dates, but I know roughly when I want to get over there. And I know I'll be staying for about 2 weeks at least. But that's about as far as I know. So, well, yeah. So that should be fun going back over there, see how things have changed in the last, well, by the time I get over there, it'll be nearly 3 years. So it'll be quite fun to see how things have changed and how everybody else has changed. I know they were doing a lot of new buildings and projects around where I lived, so it'll definitely have changed a fair bit. Then I'm going to have to get used to, if I'm driving over there, driving in miles per hour again, not kilometres per hour. That's the confusing part over here. And you just get used to it and then it'll be changing. So. So I did look at going on a retreat for next year. So, as I mentioned in my last Stitch With Me, and then I had Gail message me saying that there was arranging one, which wasn't going to be too far away from where I live. It was I think it was a 4-day retreat. And I thought, oh, well, that's not too bad. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to choke myself. And I thought, oh, that doesn't seem like it'd be too bad. And then the price is not too bad, I suppose. It was a couple of $100, but that included like your accommodation, barbecue, some little gifts when you get there, and meals for the 4 days you were there. So I thought, oh, that's not too bad, but you had to pay a deposit to reserve your seat. It was a bit more than what I have available, so it may be a case of I may have to save up and go on the next one that they do. So that was with a couple of floss tubers. So there was Gail Phillips. I can't remember the name of them all now. Tia. I think it's Tia who does the finishing, all the finishing projects that I've mentioned before. And then there's Nicole from Darlene something Design Studios or something like that. I can't remember her name now. But yeah, there was a couple of them going, and I thought, oh, that'd be with me. I've done this as I'm doing 2 over 1. Just threaded my needle and done it completely wrong. So yeah, so it would be nice to get onto one of the retreats. So, but I think it may have to wait until next year, get some money saved up, and then go on one. Because I think they should be pretty fun. I don't know if any of you guys ever been on a retreat. Let me know what the experience was. I'm gonna say you see videos, but of everyone going on the retreats, and they all seem to enjoy them. But I say I've never been on one. It's something I would like to do eventually. And then again, it's just like if they're a 4-day retreat, it's a case of like, well, if it's over the public holidays, that's not too bad. Or if it's not over public holidays, you've then got to take time off work to go. And my place where I work prefer you to save your holidays for Christmas, or for when we shop. So you get 4 weeks holiday and close for 3 weeks over Christmas, but they pay you 4 weeks holiday. So they prefer you to try not, if possible, not to take any time off during the year to save it all up for Christmas. So they will allow you to take time off, but it takes them a while to think about it as to whether or not they're going to let you have it off or not. So, but yeah, so I'm going to save up, I think, and if I can't make this retreat, because I'm assuming by the time I've got the money together, the spaces will probably all be sold out. So I'll have to go on the next one, assuming it's not too far away. Because obviously, going on one of those, I'll have to sort out like transportation and stuff like that. So We will see. Just trying to work out where I am. You're right, I guess. Sorry. Silence. I still keep eating my glasses on the phone, so I apologise if you keep getting bumped. I didn't want to have it too high up and then you not be able to see what I'm doing. I didn't want to have it too low down that it was too zoomed in. So I'll put it where I thought would be the ideal spot, and obviously it's ideal if you don't wear glasses. Yeah, so as you can hear as well in the background, the birds are singing away merrily. They're pretty quiet today, to be fair. Normally they make an awful noise. We have some bottle brush trees right outside the front of our house, and it's normally like the lorikeets. They come over, they love getting the nectar from them. Apparently gets them drunk, and then you see them like, some of the times you just see them on the ground because they can't figure out how to fly because they've had too much. So yeah, normally the noise of the birds outside is normally the lorikeets getting the nectar. Well, then once the flowers have gone from the bottlebrush tree, it's these, I don't know what they're called, these little brown birds with yellow beaks. Quite comical to watch, but boy, they do not like other birds. You will see them take on really big birds. They just all swoop at it. They're like, so magpies, crows, anything like that come near, and these little birds go for them. It's quite comical to watch, but these little birds are vicious. I don't know what they're called, but yeah, they are quite funny. Well, yeah, when you see all these birds just like chasing these great big ones, it's just funny to watch. And it's like these big birds are like 6 times bigger than these things, but no, they fly away and they're getting bombed by these little ones. It's funny to watch, but it's also like, ooh, that's not fair. Like six birds onto one, but they've obviously worked out how to secure their territory, that's for sure. Even if it's not their territory, they'll still secure it. And then we have all the cockroaches and crickets. Got lots of crickets around at the moment. My cats are loving it because for some strange reason the crickets keep jumping up on our veranda, so the cats are like, yay, free food. So, but instead of playing with them outside and eating them outside or whatever they're going to do with them, they bring them in the house. And it's mainly Kitty who does it. So then you have to chase the cat around the house, trying to get whichever bug they've caught, so you can get it off them, get it out of the house. Because half the time they'll bring it in and play with it, and then leave it. So it's still alive, and then it's running around your house. And you're like, stop bringing them in. So, moths and that, they get killed and eaten straight away. Cockroaches, they play with them for about half an hour, then kill it, and then leave it. Grasshoppers, they will play with it for a bit, pull like half its legs off, and then leave it. Geckos, they love geckos. If it's a baby gecko, it will get eaten. If it's one of the bigger geckos, then generally I can rescue them, and then they get thrown out the door. But yeah, so any bugs that decide to come in my house, should put a warning up for them that they will be eaten alive, or they will leave with half their limbs missing. So yeah, it's about 45 minutes already. That went really quick. It's a lot of me yambling about nothing and everything. So I'll just finish this row. So, right guys, so that'll do me. So, get this all edited and ready for upload. So I'm going to leave it there. So, I hope you've enjoyed it, guys. If not, do let me know why not. Hope my hand wasn't in the way too much. I say hopefully I'll get my stand soon and I can do the prop one, so you shouldn't see my hand at all. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So that's me. So again, if you want to leave me a comment, feel free to down below. If you want to send me an email, feel free. Again, that's at dizzystitcher@gmail.com, or you can message me on Instagram, which is at dizzystitcher. So I hope you have a great week, or rest of the week, should I say, since it'll be Wednesday when you're watching this. So have a great week, and I will catch you on my next update video next weekend. Hoping to get it done on Saturday, but again, depending on work, so maybe another Sunday one. Hopefully I can get a fair bit of progress done on Mini Deer Creek. Fingers crossed. I'm aiming to try and get around about 4,000 stitches a week done on, a week done on that now, so hopefully that's doable. So I hope you have a safe week, guys. Stay safe, happy stitching, and I'll catch you in my next update video on the weekend. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.